So this is game number 5, day 2 of Plains, Direwolves against EDG. The draft here seeing Kaisa Alistair against Lucian Brom. I think that that's becoming the more standard bot lanes, and depends on which side you want to be. If you want to be the aggressor, you can be the Lucian Brom. If you want to be the one that is more on the scaling side, you want to be the Kaisa Alistair. I think that Lucian is going to be more popular against the Kaisa, specifically, now that everyone's playing Kaisa. We also see this Garnet again, and they that was countered with Trundle, so that should be interesting. All right. Um, we're seeing also the Darius against the Ornn. So far, no one has countered Ornn with Darius. You see the Sion or the Urgot more often. Okay. So nothing really happens on one. So interesting. Both jugglers are starting on red. Let's see if they do the red golem things. It's always important to see. And what's the punish? Last game we saw really cool punish or something that could be the punish. With the Graves jumping the wall. We see his corner doing the standard pathing basically at this point. Um, yeah, let's move forward a bit. Okay, Scarlet did an adaptation here. He actually, yeah, that's really clear. That from Clearlove could have been really smart, doing the crab and then the potential invade at blue or waiting at blue with the level 3. Um, he went back into his jungle. That delays the blue buff, and that can be relevant in some mid lane matchups where your mid laner has blue buff like 30 seconds after because the other team gave blue buff on spawn and yours spawns later. That can be really problematic. But yeah, mm, Rigor is just yesing. As long as he gets grub now, you know, which he pretty much is going to, he basically is really good to go for this game. I will make or have to push on this lane. I don't think that you have that early, but now they are level 3, so level 4 even. Um, Skarner is doing his golems again, so Clearlove is going to get level 5 with them, I think. And after that, I don't know what's gonna happen, but the good thing is that yeah, he's level 5 now. As you can see with the 31 CS, he got to level 5, which is what you get from doing the golems twice. As you can see now, Trundle is level 4 because he didn't do the double golems, like clear love, and both are equal CS. You're seeing like the route and nothing other than the double golems is the difference there. Ray got a flash there from Biopanther, but now Biopanther has a freeze, so Ray's low. He's going to get the TP out of Ray because he was a little bit freeze. So yeah, clearly is so much far ahead now in experience because Trundle didn't match that, and now for the rest of the game, Cleveland will have like a small, like 1/10 of a level experience lead, and 1/10 is relevant because sometimes when you're going through your comps, you can get that window where you have the level 6 and the other guy's level 5, so that's really relevant. Not much happening. King and Cupcake after recalling now they're pushing again. Uh, Highway Rush the Berserker Greaves, so we saw that earlier today, which I think is fine. As you can see here, Clearload has the level advantage for now. As long as Trundle does another camp, he can match that, but for now, it's level 6 against level 5. Um, I think that path is just going to be standard for now, but there has to be a punish. One person will come out with the punish of that path, and the person who does that will be the one that sets the new trend of the new pathing that you should follow, or the way that you should play jungle right now. It's really hard to play aggressive junglers into those types of jungle matchups because they can just be behind in gold but be even in levels because of the way the golems work. So that's the thing. Um, we are seeing uh, Trundle recall Ubisoft. He has a okay back. He has the Tiamat, which is really good, of course, obviously. Um, but the one who has temp is Clearlook. Clearlook is already on the map. He's first on the map, so he got to. Did he ping the river? I think he did. Um, yeah, he pinged the river. So that's really good. Scouts now has blue. Basically, cleared up 3 more camps. As long as the early game goes like this, EDG will eventually get so far ahead in top, so far ahead with their scaling in bottom, and it's good for them that the game is going like this. What Dials want to do is they want to get Drakes, they want to get Herald, they want to push their early game advantage in draft. They want to look for those kind of things. Ray is just dominating this lane, by the way. I think that he's doing a great job at winning his match up top. He has the turret really low, and also he has the CS lead. Lead. Uh, Cute gang bot, but they couldn't get the kill. Now they should be able to match the direct aggression here with the turret. They should heal the turret here and try to look for that as the objective. They're running away, they're not looking to die. Scout is already top, so EDG does know very well where their advantages are, and yeah, this child's play for them. I think that they execute on that really well. Now, Bio Panther is really far behind, that far behind on the matchup. He has to get out of that lane. If Direwolves want to neutralize that, they can look for a swap, because you don't really care about the Cloud Drake, and you really care about the Herald. Um, I don't know if they're gonna do that, but that's something that they should look for. Well, they'll try to split it on bottom. That's fine too, as long as they can get the turret. Because so far, uh, Ubisoft has been bought, but they haven't been able to get a turret with him. So, if that keeps being the case, they should have swapped. Because if they swap, they'll trade and they at least would have gotten something in the map. Yeah, clearly is already getting Herald. Ubisoft is bottom, and they're not. This is similar to Kaboom against C9 from yesterday, where Kaboom had a strong side, but they didn't play that up on that side. They were kind of flashing away from 2v2, 3v2s even, and things like this, and they only got the one objective. Dire Wolves are getting 2 objectives, so this is different already from the Kaboom game. Kaboom only got the one objective for 2. And here we are seeing a 2 for 2 trade. Oh, scout. That's over aggressive play. That's just really over aggressive play. Now we see EDG going back bottom. The reason why that nice flash, so they get a kill on Syndra. The reason why EDG being bottom is good for them here is that they have Herald. So if map splits like this between bot lanes, they're much more faster. It's better for them because they also have the Herald. So heralding mid is also fine. They could have herald bot and look for that race that I'm talking about, but it's the same thing basically because map split and because of the map split, it forces the strong side of Direwolves to back away. They could have kept going top, but they couldn't because Herald wasn't it. So they had to back away from top, and that's just really good for them. Now Ray is going to look for to match the Orn because he wants to be on that lane. He wants to keep on snowballing the Orn. Um, that out of control. They don't want Orn to be farming or CSing at all. Kill little move here from Direwolves. They just got some control back top. So now they have vision top, which is good. Even if you're behind, you should always look to get vision on one side, or at least for a while, because EDG can easily take those wards now that they are ahead. But at least Direwolves have some vision top for now. So it's on EDG to take that vision, uh, or to take away that from Direwolves. Hmm. Yeah, direwolves can only trap on this side, and EDG knows that this is the side of direwolves. As you can see the pings here, Scout is playing really reserved. He's waiting on turret. Why is he doing that? Well, if he walks, if he tries to contest a wave, he knows that direwolves own stops there right now, and that they are hiding most likely on their vision. So you don't really wanna push the wave there. You just wanna wait on turret and push second, because if you catch second, you're not losing something. Getting second to places, it's not bad all the time. Like catching the wave second allows you to play safe, while you can then play to your side. Like here, we're seeing Lil Bonham, um, and we see Ivoy and Mako we taking the wards, getting the vision back on top side. So after this, EDG will have better control of the map. So the control that Direwolves had is gone basically now with that move. So now they're in a bit much better position to play the map, or to play around to play more aggro basically, because the enemy team doesn't have like the vision setup. Really good move here from Direwolves. They figured that eventually Darius was going to take bottom, so they just sacked that lane for the CS isn't lost. So um, when Biopanther walks back bottom, he's gonna catch the wave. And the only thing that he lost really was a turret, and they trade turret for mid lane turret, which is actually really important. Um, really good move from Direwolves actually. So yeah, now we're seeing Syndra matching the right stuff. Direwolves is catching bottom and top lane here. It allows for EDG to look for to do something. He can here they can get vision on the river or establish vision. It doesn't seem like they want to drop the wards, or they already dropped the wards. They don't have things, so yeah, they already dropped their Sidestone wards. They only have the two pinks on Elsewhere and the one ward, so you hate to see that sometimes. Uses of tailing triple. I like this move. It allows them for like this kind of place. They're trading Ocean for another turret, which is fine because you don't want to match when you're losing. Direwolves is losing, but they're playing really smart. When they had the chance to get vision topside, they got it. When they had the chance to trade bottom turret for mid turret, they they did that. Now that they had a chance to split the map on the Drake spawn, they did that. So if they match ETG at some point in those two scenarios, what happens is that the team that is winning most likely wants that interaction because they're getting something and the other team is not getting something when teams are matching. Really good move. I think that those are the things that you should aim for. They have one side, they stay that there. Probably EDG thought that, oh, they already recalled, there's nothing on this side, but patience is key because those kind of plays are the things that the other team would not always expect, and you can get picks like that. Really cool from Direwolves. Really, really nice. So yeah, you like those things. Sometimes you look dumb by staying, and the other team just recalls and gets the preferential black, and then they also get the tempo advantage once they are back on the map, and you're just overstay for no reason trapping. But when that works, it's really good. And since you're losing, you have to risk it. Um, Now the game is pretty much even. They're just 1K down, and yeah, they're sending a scout against the Orn. Okay, they're trading. They're going into Ray, and now Everyone TP. Now they're cornered. They got two flashes without using much. Oh, King split. Yeah, EDG capitalizing on that mistake. I think what happens there is that if you chase Darius, it's generally okay, but you have to know when to back away. Because Darius can make so much time for his team to collapse. And this is what I always say, if you make enough time, it's always good for you to to collapse as a team, right? You want your team to be collapsing as you are making time. So when do you call the playoff? When Darius is already backing, you probably back away if you think you don't have a chance, or you play it differently. If you play it differently, how do you play it differently? Well, you open up right away. If you fail your skill shots for sometimes uh, top laners make enough time for their teams because the enemy team is not throwing anything their way. They're waiting for cooldowns. They're waiting for to be closer. Things like this to be more 100% on display. But by throwing everything right away, if you missed, then you call the play off. If you land it, you get a one shot, and then the enemy team cannot collapse onto that play because it's a one shot. So if you one shot Darius, there is no EDG that can come to that fight, right? But good on EDG. They got a really good fight out of that play, and yeah, not much else to say. Like they'll get there for sure after this. So against the Baron, it'll be tougher, but props to Direwolves to keep the game closer as they were. Like they playing from behind against these teams is not an easy thing to do. So it's not an easy task. So props to them to from what they were doing on trading in the map and getting ways to trade. So yeah, now we see um Kai'Sa didn't do damage on that fight. neither as neither Lucian. So they're playing three lanes, but they're playing 3-1-1. 3-1-1 is fine because you want to have your semi global of one of them in the middle. I think Kai'Sa also has one, but the Rise one is better in most cases because you have the ability to send waves with you. So if you're able to send a wave to other lane for a turret, that's really good, especially in the curator turret. So having Raze in the middle is definitely better than Kai'Sa in this context. Raid is just going crazy in the side lane. There's no one they can send against the Darius at this point. Darius is so strong here. Oh god. um yeah. Ray is just insanely ahead. He's the only member in his team that is like for almost 40 CS ahead. They're doing great. They took it slow. They just took a couple of turrets, outers, and the inhibitor turret, and then just back away for Drake. They're probably going to use the extra time of Baron to keep pushing, but they're not getting more turrets after this, unless is the duration of Baron is. They already Baron already ran out, so it's AP Kai'Sa. We're not seeing Stormbreaker. We're seeing the Avengers. But Avengers is really standard now, so. Um, we are seeing 4 people against Ray. This kind of plays are fine, but you have to kill him fast before, yeah, the other team can capitalize on it. Yeah, they already got the inhibitor, they're going to mid. Rise ulted the wave in front. Like, if it wasn't Rise, the enemy champion, they couldn't get that mid trade because of the defenses that the turret has. And then you can defend, right? And then the blade of Direwolves looks better, but those kind of plays are what people often say, oh, this is so desperate. Why are they doing that? But they're at least they're doing things. The thing is that if they do not do anything, they'll slowly lose against the other team. And if they do the play seconds earlier, they can kill Ray and then defend the inhibitor, right? But that doesn't really happen. The body hit, they will always lose that to that play, but they at least can stall the game sometimes. And the problem here was, on top of that, they also lose the mid inhibitor turret to their Rise. So Rise was TPing and then they cancel. So let's see. He was sipping. Oh, he thought people were going for him. The Brom in the tunnel probably. I don't know how he got. He had vision of them, or he thought that they were there. I don't know when they saw them, or it probably was so obvious that he knew. So now EDG is in full control of the game. Here's a trap of direwolves, and EDG knows that they have to retake. Yeah, they're not entering late. They're letting them get the first push on mid. They're going to push second the wave second mid. So wait, and now they're just waiting for Ray. After Ray like forces someone back, they can enter for vision. They're now doing that. Scout got caught at the same time. His team was were getting vision. The other three were getting vision while Scout was pushing. Ray already forced one person back to base, so really disrespectful play out of Scout. And now this is a team fight where Scout was dead. This could have been really dangerous for EDG because this is a fight where Direwolves have the numbers advantage. So risky play there. Uh, yeah, but you don't do this. Ray already forced someone back, and you have three people going inside the enemy jungle, inside the Baron River. Yeah, Igwe couldn't flash away. That's sad. He missed the flash. So now, yeah, Ray is still a problem. He's splitting both. So, uh, Direwolves is starting Baron because they're under the clock. So if they do not rush the Baron, they cannot. Yeah, they will just lose anyway. So get it, please. Split call between ending the Baron and turning. I think turning was just fine. They just won the game there. That's so sad. Like Direwolves really fought against EDG, and I like that, but in the end they just lost anyway. So interesting because Direwolves has the potential to be the second seed of this group. Very possible now that they're 1-1 and they've proven that they're better than Infinity so far. So this team can probably cause trouble to the one seeds. In the best of five, they're probably not winning, but at least causing trouble is something that gives us a series. So that was the game 5 from today. So thanks for watching.